Truck Month, and nobody in Yuma does it bigger than Alexander Ford. Voted Yuma's best new vehicle dealer again in 2025. We've stocked up with our biggest truck inventory ever. Drive home a new F-150 or select Super Duty with rates as low as 0% for 60 months. Want even lower payments? Ask about Ford Flex Buy. Work hard, play harder, own the off-road this spring in a new Ford truck or SUV. Alexander Ford and BillAlexanderFord.com. The difference you can count on.
Grit beats talent every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
Yeah, now I love it. All that excitement. Hi, Austin. How are you, buddy?
How are you? You're looking a little tired. Did you have a big day?
Big day on the dirt bike, day 7. The Ripped Cabo presented by Guts Racing, and just having fun in the pause. Just landed at the VP Racing Fuel station here, and a fiesta is happening. But I'm stoked to talk about San Felipe. So thanks for having me. Cameron Steele here, everybody, along with my good buddy Austin Fish Farner, and Jose G is in the house as well, which we gotta love having the Kingpin from Score here to share all the data and all the information. And I'm excited to kick off the Score Desert Racing season. How about you, Fish?
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for making the show. I know all you guys are kind of in a different spot. If you just saw, Nate is actually on an airplane. He literally just landed at an airport. So there he is. Hi, Nate. And then Jose G, it looks like you're back from course marking today, so just in time. So yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. It's good to have another preview show. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to make this one happen or what.
Hey, we can always make it happen, no matter what. We just got to go for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Jose, you were muted if you were saying something a second ago.
Got it.
There you go. Thanks for joining, Jose. Yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, what do you think, Cameron? How's San Felipe going to be? Are you ready for it? You going to go straight from your dirt bike to San Felipe or what?
I am going straight there. Actually, I'm going home for a little bit later tonight, but I'm just excited for San Felipe. I was just there earlier in the week, or was that last week? I'm not sure which. But we were out riding our dirt bikes in the vicinity and moving south from there. But it's so beautiful right now. The sunrise in San Felipe, we were at Manny's Bar for breakfast in Stella Del Mar, and the sunrise was absolutely unbelievable. And that's one of the things that I take away from San Felipe the most is just how beautiful the desert is, the contrast with the mountains, the Sea Cortez, the sunrises there. Yeah, shocking. It was a little warm. Honestly, it was we were coming into San Felipe and it was in the mid 90s already. So sometimes that surprises me this time of year, but I don't know why I'm surprised. It's been warm down there lately, but it's so beautiful. I'm sure Jose G, you've been down there doing some marking. Would you agree it's just absolutely picture perfect?
Yeah, it is beautiful, but like you just said, it's to me, it's warmer than it should be right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, even here in San Diego and stuff, it's been warm this week. Like there's heat advisories this whole week, and it's only March 18th. It's usually not that hot here yet.
Yeah.
Anytime
you're coming back from the 250 and it's like snowing in San Matias, and like I'm racing on Saturday, the record race, and it's usually super cold. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hot. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Usually we have jackets and undershirts on, but not this time. Jerseys and vests at the most. It's been warm. And when I was in San Felipe, I was talking to some of the people that live there. They're actually expecting more heat this next week. So everybody, that's one of the things we should definitely talk about for people that haven't spent much time in San Felipe or in Baja. You got to be prepared for anything. It could snow, like Jose G said. It could be 100 plus degrees. It could be torrential downpour. It could be sideways blowing 40-mile-an-hour wind. Almost anything is possible when you're in Baja. And San Felipe is one of those locations that always delivers the goods when it comes to surprises with the weather.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let me pull up the schedule of events because I know some of you guys, especially you, Cameron, are on a tight schedule today. So we're gonna get right to it. Let's pull up the schedule of events real quick. And can you guys see this here? So pre-running opens this Friday, correct, Jose? And tomorrow the course file will be available, the GPS. Is everything still on schedule with both of those releases?
Oh yeah, everything's on schedule, and we're ready. The course is already marked. So
Awesome. All right, cool. So yeah, tomorrow at it looks like 6 p.m. on the schedule. You guys will be able to download the GPS file, and then Friday pre-running opens. Next week we have qualifying on Thursday. I know you're probably not going to tell us exactly where it is, Jose, but any little suggestion on what kind of course it is? Is it nice and sandy for Cameron? Because I know he really likes the sand when you do that.
Sand and silt. How's
Perfect.
that?
Perfect. All right.
It's absolutely wonderful. If I could just request 15 miles of whoops, I'd be super stoked. That's my request put in.
Okay, we can add it. We can definitely add that to the qualifying course.
I like that. Well, we can definitely have a whole show about qualifying at some point. I know Jose G, you and I don't always see eye to eye on all this, but I appreciate your effort and everything that Score does. So even though I like to whinge a little bit, I do appreciate everything you guys are doing, and I'm stoked to be able to get out there and qualify. But I would like less short spurts to the turns and the sand and the silt. Let's do some bumps because that's what San Felipe is known for.
Let's just do a draw.
Let's just do a draw, Nate says. Yeah.
Let's just do a draw. Yeah, maybe that would be better. Hey, by the way, while we're at it, remember this is all opinion based, the show. Everybody should do their own research. We're here to give you as much tidbits and information as possible. You have some great expertise here. Nate Hunt, obviously, a big part of this coming from the BF Goodrich family. They've been doing this a long time. And Nate, what do you think about this San Felipe course? It looks a little different for those of us that are racing in four wheels.
I love that we're going south first. I think that's awesome. Maybe by going backwards on the course, it'll smooth all the whoops out. Probably not,
Right.
but yeah. No, I think it's really cool. I think it's the washes were in really good shape. The it's still always beautiful down there, but yeah, can't wait to get down there next week. I'm sure a bunch of you guys are headed down tomorrow, Friday, to do a pre-run.
Perfect. All right. Well, so that's qualifying on Thursday. We were just talking about on Friday next week is tech and contingency, just one day of tech and contingency. And then Saturday, the race starts. You can see the moto quad start is going to be 6 in the morning. And then the four-wheel cars are going to start at 10 in the morning. So they have a 4-hour gap. They do have different sections of the course, which we will cover in just a minute on the map. So that's worked out well the last few years. There hasn't been as much bike interference with trucks. So you guys have done a good job, Jose, with trying to design a separate course to keep them off as much as possible in a short race, at least.
Yeah, it's been working really good. I mean, the truck guys barely see bikes anymore. So
yeah,
it's safer and it's fun for everyone.
Perfect.
I love that, by the way. I also love that the bikes get a course that's not as torn up from the trucks. I mean, it's still going to be torn up. It's still San Felipe. It's still going to be incredibly rough and rocky, but they don't have to deal with the pre-running of all the cars and trucks because we know there's a lot of them.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, let's pull it up. Here it is. There's a bunch of stuff on here. We got to zoom in to get started. So let's go over to San Felipe. And of course, the start finish is going to be down on the Malecon, just like it's been the last few years, but the timing is going to start out of town. So Jose, maybe you want to tell us how the start finish works?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to start like we don't throw any curveballs. It's been working pretty good like that. So in San Felipe, we start you off in the Malecon. There's a speed section there, but your race time has not started yet. You can get penalized if you speed, but your race time starts when you hit the sand dune and the flat there in front of Manny's hotel. So yeah, that's where it starts and where it ends. So we'll cover the way on the way in, but same thing. I mean, it ends. You just have to cruise into the finish line.
Yeah, that's a 37-mile-an-hour speed zone through that section, correct? Yeah. All right, so speed zone there. And then the timing actually is where you begin your pre-run. So just outside of town there, right by it's basically the start of the sand dunes, as everybody knows it, right?
Yeah, that's correct. There's no need to pre-run the Malecon and the streets in San Felipe. I mean, you can do it once a day before if you want, but just slowly. But yeah, definitely, that's why we're starting and ending pre-running right there where timing is.
Perfect. And that's where your race time ends as well, just to clarify, right? So as soon as
Correct.
you get to that point, there's no more racing to the finish. Don't worry
No.
about it if you get stacked up or anything
Yeah.
weird. As soon as you get there, your race is over.
That's one of the reasons why we do it like that, because I mean Cameron can vouch for that. We've had like 30 cars waiting to get interviewed, and we would have a line like covering the whole Malecon. So we were worried at one year that we were actually blocking now the timing arch. So that didn't work. So we did this change, and to us it worked perfectly.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's a good change, definitely. So just to clarify, if someone, I don't know if anyone's going to, I know sometimes people, if they want to get points for the next race or be able to qualify, they're going to have someone start a car that isn't their actual car. If they do that, they have to go through this timing loop on the start, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, so don't just drive down the Malecon and then turn and go away. You have to go through this timing loop to be an official starter of the race.
Yeah, we had issues like that before, that people didn't understand that they actually have to go through to get an official start. I mean, we dealt with that. We resolved the issue. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you brought it up, because definitely whoever's going to start just to get the good position or be able to qualify for the Baja 500, they do have to cross that timing loop. And then they can just make a U-turn, go out and have a beer.
Perfect. All right. Well, what do you think about leaving town, Cameron? How do you like going through the sand dunes here? It's pretty much the same way you guys have gone the last few years.
We just went out through the sand dunes just the other day, and it was pretty. I'm sure it'll be packed with people. Score does a good job at delineating the course through there. The tunnel under the highway always scares me a little bit because the trophy truck feels so big, but I ducked as I went through on my motorcycle and everything seemed okay. But I like the start on the Malecon. I think one of the things that really is amazing about it is just the backdrop of the Sea of Cortez, how beautiful it is. So many fans and the businesses there from town. Everybody gets to be a part of it. It's a good time. Pay attention though. Make sure if you're when you're not only when you're pre-running but when you're racing, just make sure that everybody understands where you're going. Pay attention to people around you until you get outside of town. It can be a little, make sure you're paying attention is all I'm saying.
Perfect. Now, Jose, just to clarify, so when you come back in, you're going to end your pre-run right here at this check. Now, this says end of speed zone. Is that a speed zone coming back into town there or going out?
Okay, it says end speed zone, but that's outbound.
Okay.
Okay, inbound, you pretty much do a full stop there at timing, because that's where our timing people are going to take the transponders off your vehicle, and then you're just going to parade into town. But it is a speed zone also, where it's just the opposite. Where the first speed zone ends, that's where the other one starts.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So then we're obviously going south, as everybody saw with the map. We're going south first. So when you come here, you're going to be going towards the stop 2 here on the outbound pre-run. So you're going to want to make sure when you start your pre-run, you're going the correct direction. Don't be going backwards on the outbound or on the inbound course. So.
For sure. I'm sure they'll be marked there, but it's always a little tricky to make sure you get in the right spot leaving town.
Yeah. So leaving town, perfect. My Google Earth just crashed, so we'll just go ahead and restart that in a second here.
Technical difficulties at Fishgistics, man.
Yep. Hold on. We're restarting. All right, hold on a second here. I've had that problem with Google Earth lately. It's crashed a couple times, so I'll bring it back up.
While we're doing that, Jose G, you want to just really quick touch on where sign up is, the best place for any kind of medical attention, and the way the relay is going to work for the race.
Okay, so registration is going to be the same as last year, on top of Manny's bar. So it's going to be at Stella del Mar right there. We will have. I'm glad that you brought it up also, because we're going to have someone at the entrance so that people can park outside. We don't want to just pack the small parking lot there at Manny's. We don't want to piss him off. We have a good facility, a medical facility just outside of town. The information is in the race and I had a call. So there's the information about the clinic. It's right there in our documents. It's next to the highway. It's north of town. Really nice building. It's great. I mean, they have X-rays. They have doctors. They have everything. And communication. This time it's going to be all like digital. Haven't talked with Scott, but we know that the Baja 1000 was the last time he was going to go up the mountain. So we all have Starlinks. We all have now that type of communication. So radios are just like for your pits and things like that. But you won't be able to talk on the radio unless something changes, and I confirm it with Scott. But you won't be able to talk. You only need to talk on the radio to get to the weatherman. That's all digital now. You can call him up.
Perfect. All right, cool. We're good. We're back. So let's start at mile 5, heading out of town here. So did you just run this too, Cameron?
No, we didn't run that. We did a little different. That is, I'm having a hard time because I'm on the small screen today.
Oh, no problem.
But that looks like it's we're gonna go off Old Portecitos Road, go up alongside the mountain, tag the mountain a little bit there and some of the rough stuff. Then we're gonna come back and cross Old Portecitos Road, and that's gonna put us on some of that 2-track that we used maybe 5 years ago or so. Is that right, Jose G?
Yeah, we actually used that at the motorcycle course. So the course going south is sometimes, I mean, there's sections that you can barely see it. It's not rough. Actually, it's not rough all the way to the highway. Even on Portecitos Road, I mean, we just did that, and it wasn't rough like before, since we haven't used it for so long. So actually, I think I always say this like every year, but I do think this is going to be the fastest San Felipe course.
Cool.
It's been amazing how fast the times have been and our average speeds the last few years. Really shocking. So,
Yeah, and feel free to not use Old Portecitos Road when you're out pre-running. Just stay on the race course. Leave that road nice for us.
Yeah, so if you guys are looking at this map, the red line is the race course. The blue is access roads, basically. So this is the BFG file that they give out to the BFG racers where they mark all the chase roads. It's super helpful. You can obviously see if you're going to be coming down that road, make sure there's going to be people here stopping, but the race course does go across there. So make sure you might factor in a little bit of time, especially at the beginning of the race. They're going to be pretty stacked up there, right, Jose? So you might sit there for a little while to cross the road.
Yeah, and another thing is that going south, not on Portecitos Road, but on the race course, of course, there's many washes and many roads that people think they are access roads, but they will be crossing the live race course. We're pretty sure we have staff on all of them, but just like don't be flying across those roads because there's motorcycles coming, there's trophy trucks coming. So just be smart.
Yeah, definitely. So, Cameron, it sounds like you got the party starting behind you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did you point out the stop signs, Fish?
Yeah, so once again, these were done last race, but if you guys didn't see this last race, whenever you see a stop sign on the GPS file, you do have to physically stop when you're pre-running, right, Jose?
Yeah, correct. I mean, that's why we do like a separate file with those, because you can just delete all of them for the race. And but those are for pre-running, of course. We don't want any accidents.
Yeah, so if you guys are pre-running, you come across the red stop, you must stop there. It is a penalty if a SOAR official sees
Yeah,
you not stop there.
that is correct.
Perfect. All right. So coming south, when we go past here, this is going to be the road that a lot of people are using to come into the pit, right? This is going to be the main access road at kilometer 20 on Highway 5 there. That is going to take you into where most people are probably in a pit and where the BFG pit is. So I figured we'd just talk about it as we're going south here since it crosses first. So if you're sending people in, once again, to mile 140, which is probably where most of you are going to pit, be very careful. You're going to have to cross the course at least once if you come in from the 5 here, or if you come this way, down Old Portocitos Road, you're going to have to cross the course once there too. So just be very careful when you're headed to the pits. Make sure
Yeah,
you're
and if you have a trailer or something, just be careful. It's whooped out and it's very soft, so
okay.
you can get stuck there also.
All right, so that's what the little crossing is right here. So that's headed south. We're at mile 20 now. What is this section like? This is pretty much the traditional same section that we run all the way down to Matomi here.
Not quite. Like I said, we've done that like for the motorcycles. It's very fast. It has a couple of washouts there, some G outs. It's pretty interesting. You have to be like on your toes there and do your homework, but it's super fast.
Okay. And then when you get down here, the green line, is this the first sportsman shortcut?
That's not the sportsman shortcut. That's the bike shortcut.
Okay.
So actually, all the bikes, pros, sportsmen, quads, all the bikes are gonna turn right, and they're gonna skip the whole southern loop, and we make up for those miles up north, so that they have exactly the same mileage. But once the last bike turns off to the right, we start breathing because we know they're not going to get caught. Well, they shouldn't get caught by trophy trucks.
Yeah, it looks like it's mile 30. So I mean they have
It's
a
fast.
4-hour head start. All they
But
have to do is go 30
we've
miles, right?
we've had some racers, that that's like their bucket list. They just want to go and do one of those races, and it's like they're doing 5 miles per hour. So we end up stopping them, and they can't continue on. It's for safety.
Okay. So if you're a bike rider, make sure you turn right at VCP 33 when you're pre-running that and during the race. That's where you're going to turn. Cars, you go straight there. Do not turn right there if you're in a four-wheel vehicle. At mile 30, you keep going down there. You can see there is a couple more access roads right there at the highway at kilometer 36 and 37. Pretty straight in access roads all the way down. There's actually lots of access roads all the way down the inland side here, huh?
Yeah, correct. Those are the ones that worry us. I mean, just like people coming in super fast, and if our guys don't get to stop them in time, it could be a problem. Just be heads up. Don't. I mean, make sure where the race course is so that you stop. Make sure it's clear when you go.
Well, I think one of the things to definitely talk about is making sure that the bike guys know where the race cars are and the car guys know where the bike guys are, where they're crossing race course, because it's easy for the bike guys or another chase vehicle to not understand where all these vehicles are. So it's really important on the chase roads that everybody's paying attention and has their head on a swivel.
Yeah, and really everybody has Starlink in all of your chase trucks now. So you're connected the whole time. And during the race, be looking at the tracking map. Look at the Stella tracking map, the track leaders that Score has on their website. You can see when most people are coming. If you see a bike number coming, there's a bike coming. Now remember, just because someone isn't showing up on there doesn't mean there's not a car coming. Because if someone's tracker's not working, there could be a car coming. So if you do not see someone, always use your eyes, obviously. But that is a good way to get a heads up. If you see a number coming at you on the tracker, there's a car coming or a bike coming.
Yeah.
All right. So
everybody pay attention, please. And yeah, it's a thrill to be back on Old Portocitos Road, Jose G. I mean, something that we love as racers, part of our history. And I know it's another for a lot of people don't like all the big bumps, but it is a pretty cool little slice of history that you got us racing on there.
Perfect. All right. So when you get down to the highway right here, this is a speed zone. So we are jumping on the highway, something that we don't always do at San Felipe, right? But there is a little highway speed zone here.
Yeah, it's a short speed zone, and it goes all the way down to Matomi Wash. That's where you turn off to the right.
Yep. Okay. So kilometer 59 on the highway, you can see K59. That is where you're going to turn right and you're going to head up Matomi Wash. Now, this is traditional, same way usually when it runs through here, or anything different about it?
No, there's nothing different all the way to where the course goes to the right, and you're gonna come up to the sportsman shortcut, which is right there.
Okay.
So that green light is for sportsmen. They do cut all that loop going up so that they can finish on time. We're talking about class 11s, um, just all the sportsman UTVs. 7SX also they request to be part of that shortcut. So and actually, if there's a class where there's like 2 or 3 vehicles only, and they want to take all of them want to take that cut, they could just come to me and we'll add them to that list. And as long as they all agree that they want to do it, we're okay with that.
Okay. So if you're pre-running your sportsman class right before mile 54, you're 54 basically, you're going to go left and stay in the wash going to the left right there.
Yeah, you're going to stay in Matomi. The rest of the classes are going to go north up that wash, which we haven't raced on vehicles. I mean, four-wheel vehicles have never raced on it before. That's only been used for motorcycles. It's super fun and flat, so technical.
Have you been through there, Cameron?
We plotted it years ago and we never used it, so I have not been on that. I'm interested on how it transitions out of Matomi. Is that going to be a technical spot, Jose G, or a pretty easy flat land to get off there?
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, gotcha.
Jumping out right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just stay
Yeah.
right. There's big banners there directing the sportsmen to the left and all the pro classes to the right. So
Yeah, and if there's any sportsmen watching that wanted to check that trail out, it's not cut because it's too rough to run. If that's correct, G. I think it's just for time saving.
yeah. I mean, all the way up it's okay, but yeah, coming down, we know how rough that trail is, and so very limited classes would take forever to do that loop, and then they end up DNFing for like a couple of minutes. So we want everyone to finish if they don't break down, of course. But that's a good option.
Up here by VCP 62, it looks like just on the map, it gets a little narrow. Is there any potential pinch points or bottlenecks or anything up there?
No. It's all good. It's a bit rocky in one section, but you can get around it just in case someone breaks in between those rocks.
Okay. Yeah. So if you do have a problem, you can see the blue line here. That was to VCP 64. So if you track back, if you go in at kilometer 40 off the highway, you can cross the course, be careful, and then you can come all the way in and get into VCP 64. So that is an access in there. How's that access getting in there? Is that pretty much you need a 4-wheel drive vehicle to get in there?
No, it's pretty easy.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I take a trailer in there, but
Nah.
Yeah, but like a chase truck should be able to go in there if they needed to.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then so the
Always
motos
depends- It always depends on who's driving said chase truck.
true. Yeah.
we
Best
know
to take a
we know
4-wheel
Cody.
drive.
We know Cody can get it in there.
Not allowed to drive the chase.
Oh, and he can drive.
All right, so then the motos will rejoin up here at stop 10. So they cut straight across like we talked about. So then everyone's back on the same course except for the sportsmen who are down below. So then coming back down, is this downhill or is this flat? Because it's hard to tell on the map.
It's flat.
It's pretty flat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so just kind of back and forth. Make sure you hit your VCPs. What's the VCP penalty? Just to let everybody know, Jose, what's the distance and the time penalty?
Okay. The normal VCPs, the ones we have a ton of those are 120 feet like always, and it's 10-minute penalty for each one that you miss, no matter what. Some people argue that they missed it, but they didn't gain anything. They didn't gain anything, but they sure lost some time by getting penalized.
Okay. Is there any numbered VC or lettered VCPs on this course?
Yeah, we do have ones, and they're 40 feet.
Okay, we'll talk about those once we get there. I haven't seen any yet, I don't think. So, all right. Now, as we know, when there's a danger marked on the score file here, it's usually a pretty big danger because you guys don't mark the little stuff. So if you see a danger, it's a good one.
Exactly. We do the ones that we know they're going to get you. But since in all the score races you can pre-run, you just do your own notes, or you go by our notes. but we only do the basic. I mean, because it depends on how fast you're going to be racing, which class. So we just put the ones that we know they're going to wad you up, and the rest is up to you.
We affectionately call this the yellow whoops, yellow whoop road, kind of like the yellow brick road. The whoops are all kind of like a light tan yellow, and it's a pretty feisty area, I would say, of the entire region.
Yeah, they're yellow, but you could be green if you're not paying attention.
Perfect.
There's definitely plenty of stuff on the side of the road to impede your traffic. And
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jose G.
No. I'm just saying that definitely if you're not paying attention on that road, it hurts, right?
Yeah, for sure. There's some giant holes in there. Definitely bumps forever.
Choyas.
Seemingly endless bumps.
The choyas will get you.
So when you come back down to Matomi, this is basically like a hard U-turn right you're doing here. So everybody needs to make sure they do the full U-turn. Don't keep going straight here and go backwards on the sportsman cut.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, it doesn't look like it, but that U-turn you're coming up, it's a little canyon, so it's pretty obvious where you make the turn.
It'd be hard to miss it, basically.
Yeah, you can't. It's really it's kind of like a deep canyon there.
Okay. All right, perfect. So then we're start heading west, and this is finishing Matomi, right? We're back in Matomi here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to run
Matomi. We go all the way up through the Narrows uphill. When was the last time we ran Matomi in an incline direction?
I think the last time it wasn't so fun because we sent you direct there, and it was after some rains, and it was kind of like hard, and we had a bunch of we have bottleneck there. But now it's it's flat, and it's just changed a lot. There's no potential to me of getting stuck there anymore.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going uphill here through Matomi, you get to mile 105, and then you're going to jump out of Matomi right here, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything tricky getting out here of the wash, or is it pretty
well?
Basic
Just make sure you're looking at your plot there and on the arrows, because actually I missed that turn because it was all different. It's all flat, and you're going. We haven't done. I think this is like the second time we do it uphill or third time. So everything changes when you're doing the other direction. And I had to turn around and connect it again.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes to do that when we're out mapping because he doesn't have to fix anything. He's just got to turn around.
There's more fixes than race miles.
Oh my God, Cody yells at me all the time. Every time I turn around, he's making a plot. Nate, you should take Cody with you because you guys can keep it all streamlined. And Jose G and I can go together and do.
Yeah, we'll have fun. They'll do the work.
I've taken Cody, and Cody's really good at it. I wish the guy that was driving at this race was as good.
You can't have everything.
All right, so we're headed north. We're getting past mile 110. This all pretty fast, or what do we got? What do we got over here?
It's all super fast. I think we picked the fastest ways, and like I said, it's not as rough as it has been. I don't know, rain, wind, whatever it is, and especially since we're reducing pre-running time, it could help in not destroying the course as much. So that's why I think it's going to be super fast. And well, that road there leads you to Matomi Wash, which that's in the middle there, right before you. Well, after the middle, there's a section where that could get interesting.
Right up in here?
No, more into the canyon.
Oh, okay. So you're going to go in. Yeah, there's some more access roads there you can see. So there's a couple access there. You do have to go all the way around to get to those access. Let me just zoom out real quick and show you guys. So it comes from the north. This is Morelia Junction that this comes down, right? Yeah, so we have to go. If you got to get in there, you got to go all the way into Morelia and then all the way down the backside. So that takes a long time if you got to get a chase vehicle in there.
Anybody on any of the dirt chase roads, please be careful and be respectful. I know everybody's in a hurry, but the dust can be dangerous from the chase vehicles. So just everybody try to be respectful of each other.
Yeah, and just getting through Morelia Junction with all the with all the locals and fans out there, it's going to take a long time if you're not out there before the race starts. That's really more kind of a rescue point, I think.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like just an emergency. So, all right. So now we're going up here and we're getting into this wash. What is this? What is this like, Nate? I think we lost Jose for a second.
Um, it's good. It's not as bad as we've seen it before.
Any potential pinch points in here anywhere?
No,
All good?
no.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
plenty of room to get around, and I think they did a really good job with the VCPs on this course. They were really put them in places in the washes where it's only a pinch, so everybody has to go through that area anyway, but kind of leaves it open.
Yeah.
How does
Okay.
out of the wash look for the most part? Do they look like they're backfilled with sand, or is it more of a rocky area?
It's a little rocky, but a lot of sand.
So this is it probably looks a little worse on Google than it really is once you get in there.
Oh yeah. All of San Felipe looks better on Google.
No, I mean, it looks a little narrow on here. Like when we're looking at it on this map, it looks like there's potential pinch points, but it's a little better once you get in there, I guess, huh?
Yeah, there's definitely room to get around.
Yeah, it's wide enough. There in that Watamote Wash, there's no sections where it could be a bottleneck. You can get stuck where it's super rocky and everything, but no bottleneck.
Okay. All right. So lots of washes. Then you come out and you get to race mile 140. This is the BFG pit. Is this the only pit, I believe, Nate, that BFG has at this race?
Yeah, we were able to. Well, hopefully we can get in there. It's a long way down Old Portocitos Road and in there, but it was a halfway point, so it's like 141 miles there and 141-ish miles to the finish. So
Yeah. Yeah. What is that pit area like? Because I think a lot of people are going to try to pit in there. Is there a room there, or what's that pit area look like
there
there?
was before we put all our BFG flags up all over it, but there's quite a bit of room there. I think there'll be a lot of pitting going on.
There's a
Okay.
lot of room.
Okay. So yeah, just take your time getting in there.
If your BFG pit truck gets stuck, Nate, you have no one to blame but yourself for marking the race course over there.
No, that's why we always have a race director. Somebody else to blame.
Yeah, you need to blame someone.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. You guys should have enough room at mile 140. Definitely take your time getting in there. It's not a super easy access road to get in there, it sounds like. So be wary. But people can get trailers there. Obviously, you guys are trying to take the BFG semi in there. So if that thing can make it in there, people should be able to make it in there with a trailer.
Yeah, it's easy.
Okay. All right.
We're not taking just to be clear, we're not taking a semi in there.
Oh,
it's gonna
okay.
be
But you're
yeah.
taking a trailer.
We'll take a trailer in. Yes.
All right.
No semi.
No semi. All right, so we're at mile 145 now. We're going across this, and then we're going to jump into, is this Shinate here?
Yeah, it is, but then you go east, and then you come back on Amarillas.
Okay.
So you only do Shinate a little bit right there, but then you come back in.
Yeah, just this little section right here for like a couple miles.
I don't know that I've ever seen that loop around like that.
No, we've never done it like that before.
Okay. Anything tricky about this part, or is it pretty just
no? Right before you get to Shinate, there's a silt bed that could be interesting, but it's all good.
Okay. What mile is that at, or is it one of these VCPs right here?
It's when you as you're following the course, when you make a right turn, there's like on the west side of that mountain, that's where it's going to be silty.
Okay. All right. So then we jump in it just for a couple miles, then we make a hard left. Once again, make sure you make this left at 104. The blue is an access road. That is not the race course. So hard 90 left, and then you go across, and then you're going to go up to mile 150. And then which wash is this we're jumping in here? Amarillas?
That's Amarillas, yeah.
Amarillas. Okay. And is this uphill or flat? Or?
I think one of the most beautiful washes in San Felipe. I mean, they all have their beauty, but as you get further in there, there's definitely some beautiful landmarks in there.
All right. Anything special about this one? Any pinch points here? Pretty wide open.
It's wide open, but there's some hidden rocks there that they can get you. So, like I said, just do your homework.
Okay. Yeah, not too many. There's not too many VCPs right here, so obviously you can go around rocks. There's not trying to hit anything.
Exactly, and there's plenty of lines, different lines that you can take.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
so many rocks in San Felipe, it's hard to believe. It's amazing how many there really are. This part coming up here, this is that spot I was talking about that I think is really pretty.
Down here by VCP 108.
Yeah, getting in those narrows just before that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in between some canyons it's super cool. But once you're back, that's Chanate Watch again.
Okay. So then you're back in it and going north. Yeah, a lot of washes this race. Pretty much the whole bottom half is all just wash to wash.
Yeah, I think we just skipped the Azufre, and it's probably it.
Okay. So we're at 170. Keep going. We'll zoom out a little bit. So then we come out of the washes and we're over here. This is kind of this gets a little soft sometimes, right? But nothing too crazy.
No, it's not even soft. Actually, pretty nice. Everything's good up until you make that right turn that parallels Morelia Road.
Okay, right here.
Yeah, that's probably Cameron's favorite section because he likes it, like the whoops and rough sections. So we did that just for him.
Yeah, thank you. I love that part. What year was it that we stopped running on the road over there? You know, obviously it's totally illegal to be on the road, but it has to have been at least 12 or so years.
And more. It was actually before our time when we started racing on that road.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, and obviously that's a DQ, automatic DQ if you're over there on the road, right, Jose?
Sí, señor.
Yeah, okay. So make sure you guys are on the race course here. Even when it gets real close, don't try to jump over there for a little bit because you need to stay on the course.
Yeah, so, and just like you said, you can go out to the if you're gonna repair your car or something, you have to weld and then you have to do something. Just go out to the road to where your pit is or your chase crews are, and then come back exactly the way you went in. So just don't use it. Just stop there, do your repair, and come back to the road. So yeah, you're not gonna get in trouble if you go and stop on Morelia Road.
Okay. All right, so pretty fast all the way up, just a little bit of whoops. So hopefully Cameron doesn't get beat by a spec truck this time. And then keep going north here.
Yeah.
Just saying. I mean,
hey, spec truck won a race a couple of weeks ago, right?
It did.
Overall.
All right, so then we get to the top here. This is Morelia Junction. Now, this is a cluster in here. There is people going all over the place. You have locals in here. You guys got to be really careful anytime you're driving around this area because there's people going all different directions. So just be really careful when you guys are on the chase roads going in here. This is going to be another popular area.
And that, like, you're there right now. So Morelia Road, the whole thing, but from Morelia Junction to Sioux Road to the highway, to me, that's the most dangerous part of the whole race. The locals, they had a few beers. Our chase teams sometimes are speeding also. Yep. If we're gonna have an accident with a local with a chase truck, odds are that it's gonna be on that road. So, and it's gonna be a bad one because they're going really fast. So it's just like, whatever you do, just don't speed on that road.
Yeah, it's the access road in right there in the middle, the blue line, whichever way you come in.
And people are just crazy on that road.
Yeah, so be very careful when you guys come in. It comes in. It's basically the old zoo road is where it comes in from, and then it goes out past there. You can see there's going to be a ton of people on that road. So yeah, just be really careful. And when you guys are pre-running, same thing, because there's going to be people coming out that are done pre-running that are coming the other direction. You might be going in, so with trailers and everything. So just be really careful, especially during pre-running and race day on Morelia Road for sure. Now, check one. Is that a stop check or is that just a moving check?
No, it is like a complete stop checkpoint.
Okay, so you do have to physically stop.
Physical checkpoint, yeah.
Okay, so physical stop, and that is probably because that road gets crazy right there, right? So
correct. We stop it right before it, and then we have a little speed zone through it, just in case.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you can see start a speed zone right before you come around the corner, speed zone, stop, and then end speed zone right there. Yeah. Same thing. Obviously, right here, you're not allowed to go on the access road, I assume, right, Jose?
In that area, I can barely see the screen because I'm on my phone, but
Okay.
that's what we should have lettered BCPs that are, if you see one, those are 40 feet.
Okay, so that's a numbered there. Maybe they're in another
I
spot
think,
or still getting added.
G, I think we only put the letters when we come back going the
Okay,
other
yeah.
direction. Yeah.
So just to clarify, Jose, you cannot jump up here on this road right here,
No,
right?
that's going to be one of the illegal lines. Yeah.
Okay.
That we're probably going to post on Friday or something.
Okay, so even though there's not a VCP right here, you cannot take this. It's going to be an illegal line. So just so you guys know, we told you about it. Don't do it. So keep going this way. It gets a little bit farther away from the road. And then is this another stop check right here, or is this just a pre-run?
No, it's one of the pre-run stops. Yeah.
Okay, so then you do jump on the road from that point.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so if you're chasing, you're not allowed to go past that point on the road, right?
Correct.
Okay. So just pay attention to that, guys. If you're trying to get to your vehicle that's out this direction, you're going to have to go around or do something else. You can only go to that stop 12 right there on the access road. All right. So then coming north, what's this section like?
Well, first of all, you're in a sand wash, then you turn right. It's sandy. It's just a little bit technical, but it's super fast. Then you come to a graded road. There's a couple of 90s that take you to the dry lake bed.
Okay.
Diablo Dry Lake, what a legendary spot in this race. I mean, it's so cool to be able to be out there again. And we weren't on Diablo, but we were on Salada. There's still a little bit of wet spots. Is this all dry now, Jose G?
It's totally dry. Right, Nate? We didn't see any wet spots in Diablo Lake, so very dusty. So remember, there's spectators on the sides. So that's why we put a few BCPs in the middle, so that if you're catching up someone and you want to pass them, just be careful because there could be people camping, and even if they're 50 feet away, it could be dangerous. So that's it's super fast also. So that's one of the points that worries me also. So be really careful and
Yeah, I would say
dry lake bed.
I would say it was dry if you stay on the trail. Not speaking from experience, but if you try getting out too wide, who knows what it does.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
Yeah, and keep in mind that's why I brought this picture over here. This is actually a good picture. There is bushes like that if you get too wide in certain spots. So if you're hauling ass and you step out, I think that's the spot. Was that the spot where the Tavo video was?
Oh,
a few years back.
Yeah, that's on that lake, but that was spectacular. Tavo saved it that time. Like,
Take it easy, be careful.
Yeah. So just be careful when you guys are out there. If you step out of someone's dust, there could be bushes like that will launch you, and it might not end as well as it did for Tavo. He got really lucky on that one.
Yeah, he can drive.
It's got to be one of the scariest things that I've ever seen. Watching Tavo hit that thing at speed.
Yeah, that was gnarly. So just
he was probably laughing. So
yeah. He never let off either. He stayed on the gas the whole time.
Hey, if there's anything we know for sure, it's Tavo's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that gets us past mile 205. Then we're at the northern part of the course right here. Now, this is where the motos are going to go north. So this is where the motos are going to turn left. They're going to head up, and they're going to go across the highway here. The trucks are going to do a U-turn in four-wheel vehicles and come back down, basically. Let me put Cameron on mute there. His radio's a little loud. So the cars are going to go right. Motors are going to go left. Anything special about the moto course just to talk about on the top half? We don't have to go across the whole thing, but anything crazy up there or anything, Jose?
It's actually pretty decent. I mean, I would say the roughest section is the beginning of like where Borrego is and going north. But it's fast, it's flat, and that whole section before you cross the highway, actually crossing the highway, you can barely see the road. There's how we connected it. It was the easiest for the motorcycles, and they're gonna have some fun. Once you're back on like Borrego Road, that is kind of rough for a few miles, but then it's all flat and fast again.
Okay. And then they're going up here, kind of get in the mountains a little bit at the top. Anything special up here?
No, just if you see a blue fender from like a Pro R racer, just pick it up and let me know.
Perfect. All right. I might know a guy that might be able to get you a new fender if you need one.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So then they turn around, they come back down, goes by Highway 5 here. They come across the Highway 3 there. That's a stop check. Now that's obviously you're going across the highway, so when your moto guys are pre-running, make sure you look because that's a regular highway right
Yeah,
there. No,
and speed zone during the race.
yeah, it'll be regulated during the race. Obviously, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a speed zone. Yeah.
And a speed zone. Okay. All right. So then they're going to come back in. Let's go back and pick up the car course real quick because we kind of went north. So you turn around, you come back down on the lake bed, and then you make a left. Now this is not the mini summit, right?
No, you're headed towards the mini summit. You are on the pole line road there, but then you turn towards Las Cuevitas Watch. But yeah, we're still not brave enough to do the mini summit.
Man, I think you just got to do it. You got to do it. What was that,
We
Jose?
didn't want it to be a all-wheel drive course.
Oh. Perfect. Well, maybe it's just the trophy truck spec course.
They can make it.
All right. So you're going through here, going back north a little bit. Is there anything technical in here? Is just kind of make your way through it and be careful.
There's a section you are going uphill at the beginning, and then it's kind of like, well, it feels like you're going uphill a little bit. It is soft. It was a little bit soft, but it's after like the midway, it got really flat and super fast. So, like I said, I think it will be a very fast course, the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it was
right.
probably the nicest I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, and having the limited pre-running hopefully will help too, because they only have 5 days or whatever it is to pre-run, right? And so or 6 days. Perfect.
But
So then a couple more
Yeah,
access roads up here.
one lap. Just do one lap and get your notes, and then wait for the race.
I'm sure that's all everybody's going to do
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So then heading back south, a couple access roads. If you need to get in, pretty easy to get in those access roads. Those are a little bit straighter in, you can see there. And then you got to go around the mountain here. It's a little bit technical. The bikes are going to be out here, remember, on the green line. So this is where you will be passing bikes, but they'll be on the other line. They won't be on the same line as you. So that's good. And then
Yeah.
you get
running parallel, and the course meet it joins back in at the like 4 miles before the finish line or something like that. That's where it's bikes and cars come back in, but the bikes are going to be way ahead by that point. We actually think that if they're fast enough, we're going to have to stop the first bikes and of course check their time, because we might still have cars starting, and but we try to give them the biggest gap as possible, but that also affects finishing because it's such a short race. So.
Yeah. So you have like the class 11 cars leaving town and the lead bikes are coming back in. So that's
Yeah.
another reason why it's good you do the start, the timing where you do, so that you can stop the bikes out of town and they can literally sit there and wait if they have to, because their time already stopped, right?
Yeah, but we stop them before that, actually, where the inbound meets the outbound.
Okay.
That's planning on stopping the bikes if and then we credit the time that they were stopped, of course, if we had to.
Perfect. All right, cool. So then, yeah, coming back in town, once again, this is Morelia Road right here. So you can see this is going to get pretty crowded here. This is a speed zone. Are you actually on the road for that little section
No,
there?
you're not. You're just next to it.
Okay.
And actually, Nate came up with the idea to make the speed zone a little bit longer, because you're right next to the asphalt, and the people are going to be looking at the race, so it could get dangerous. So that whole thing is a speed zone.
Yep, and we do see this is VCPA, so this is where we're talking about. What was it again? Just so everybody knows, 40 feet. Is that what it was?
40.
Yeah. Okay, so 40 feet from the lettered VCPs. Obviously, you cannot go on the asphalt anywhere here. Even if you don't see a VCP right here, you cannot jump on the asphalt, or it's an automatic DQ, right?
Correct.
You're not going to get anywhere if you get on the asphalt anyway.
True, it's gonna be packed, right?
Yeah.
It'll be slower.
Yeah. All right. So then end of the speed zone is there. You do have another lettered VCP there and there, B, and C. So you do have to stay 40 feet. Once again, keeps you off the pavement there. And then you're almost done. Then you're at VCP 179, right next to the bike course. Make sure you stay on this course. You're not allowed to jump over on the bike course either, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then they join right there. So like you said, at stop 20, stop 16, the VCP 183, they're going to rejoin. So you may be behind bikes just for a little bit right here at this section.
Well, maybe like the slow ones that are way, way, way behind.
Yeah. So just be wary once you do pass
Yeah.
VCP 183, there could be a bike in front of you before the finish. All right. So then you come back in, pretty much back into town. Which is there the little spot that gets all silty? Is it right here somewhere?
No, we're not using it.
Okay. All right. I remember there was always one spot right here somewhere
Yeah.
that got silty.
Yeah, it's we're definitely not using it, especially because of that reason. The bunch of cars got stuck actually last year.
Yeah, like right at the end of the race, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, good to know. So then you're back into the final speed zone right there at 37 miles an hour. Once you hit there, you're just gonna cross the end free run, and then it is full speed again for a little bit, right?
Yeah, but if you see that's where the outbound and inbound, that exactly right there. That's where we plan on stopping the bikes so that they know if we still have cars starting.
Okay. So bikes most likely when you get to right here, the lead guys may be being stopped right here. If you do stop, then everybody's time is going to end there on the bikes, right?
Or we'll credit. It depends. We have two options. If it's only one or two bikes, we can credit their time that they were stopped, or we're gonna time everyone there. But I don't think so. I mean, we're probably not even gonna have to stop the first bike. So.
Okay. All right. So then when you do hit this end speed zone coming back in for the cars, it is full speed back to the next spot, right?
Correct.
Okay. So just a little speed zone there, and then you're back in full speed through under the bridge, back through the dunes once again, and then you're going to be coming to the finish, which is right there. So everybody's timing, no matter what, is stopping right here.
That is correct.
All right.
But even though your time stops there, do you have to complete the entire course, Jose G? Just
Yeah,
for
it's mandatory.
everybody?
You go at 37 miles per hour or slower to the ramp, so you do have to finish and get your interview.
Okay. Yeah. So the official finish, the finish is here. The timing is just back there.
Correct.
Can you stop and get tacos before you get to the finish line? There's no.
It depends.
Well, actually, Nate, that's a good question. So if you were limping your car and your car was literally like limping, are you allowed to work on the car after you pass the timing before you get to the ramp?
Yeah, your time already stopped, so it doesn't affect you. We just want you. We want your story. We want to know how what happened during the race. But yeah, if something happens, just make it through timing. Pull over, work on it. Do it. Don't drink. Wait until after the ramp. You still have to finish with your helmet on, your window nets up, and everything, because it's still considered a race course. And then once you're done, then you can start your drinking.
Hey, G, what about finishing under your own power after the timing?
Well, like I said, if you manage to finish through the timing arch under your own power, you're good. If the car breaks after that, we're fine. You can be towed towards the interview area, because actually the race officially pretty much starts and finishes at the timing arch.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so if your engine blows up right here on the Malacan, just get it towed to the finish.
That is correct. I mean, we pushed the class 11 last year, and they already finished their race.
Okay,
That's a good clarification.
yeah, perfect. All right, well, there you go. That is our course. Looks like it's going to be a fun one. It should be fast, like you said. The mileage is what is it? 281.85 for the cars. So pretty good mileage. Yeah, the 140 is halfway. I think that's where everybody's probably going to pit. One other question: do you know where the VP fuel truck is going to be located yet, Jose, for people to pick up their fuel?
We've been delivering. Well, VP's been delivering the fuel at the Playa del Sol. Same spot as the year before and the year before that one. So fuel is going to be there. It's actually most of it is already there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we had that question, so we just wanted to clarify that. The time limit is 14 hours, right, for all classes from the time you actually start the race.
Correct. 14 hours for everyone.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, what do you got, Cameron? You got anything else?
If you think it's a bad idea, it probably is. Make sure you double check all the things you think you know. And I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to another epic season of racing in sport. I started driving in sport in 1985, so I've been around for a minute, and I love the fact that the Score legacy is continuing with brutal racetracks or good racetracks that are tough, and with great organization and real racing. It's bitching for us to be able to do this. So there's not a lot of organizations that can claim that they've been doing something like this, and it's just such a magnificent thing racing with all these fans. They love it, but like I always say, be careful, watch out for the people, because not everyone knows exactly where you're going to be going. Only you do.
Perfect. Yeah, and everybody has Starlink now. So, like you said, if they need something, there's a phone number that they can call now. Just direct. Everyone's connected the whole time. You said there's medical facilities in town there, Jose. So you talked about that earlier. So that's good. Nate, what do you got? Anything else that everybody needs to know?
No, I just remind, like, or maybe if there's somebody new racing, just remember San Felipe is the most packed race course spectator wise that we have. And just because you might find a line, around, if there's no VCPs, you might find a line when you're pre-running that's totally empty, and you get there on race day and there's going to be pop-up tents all over the place. So if you're racing for the first time or haven't raced San Felipe, this is the most packed race course we have spectator wise, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think even if you've been racing for 100 times, I think your note is exactly spot on, Nate. I mean, making sure that you're careful for everybody around you, because really the fans don't really understand exactly all the nuances of it. They just came to see the race vehicles. So, be aware of what your surroundings are and make good decisions. And if someone's in the line you chose, you need to check up, slow it down, and be respectful. You have to make good decisions for everybody, including the spectators, because sometimes they don't know exactly, like I said, where you're going or what you're doing.
Yeah, they're camping next to the marked course, so they don't know if you have plan B, that you're not going to be on the marked course. So that's a really good point. Thank you, Nate and Cameron, because like Nate said, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I mean, I've raced San Felipe, and then in many sections, the only thing you see is actually spectators in front of you, and it's so scary that when you're coming close to them, the thing opens up and then it closes behind you. It's just scary, and you're just like doing the cross and praying that they're gonna move, and they do move. So, but just be really, really careful.
Yep. All right. Well,
Yep.
it sounds.
I just sorry. I was
go.
also just gonna say, just wanted to thank Score and the whole staff, Jose G and Juan Tintos, the whole staff over there for continuing this. They always put on a great event, and I know it's a lot of work to pull these things off. So thank you, G, and the whole Score staff for doing that.
No.
Yeah, and you guys always do a good job on the courses, mixing it up. Like, this is another great course. It looks like it's different than last year. In the past it was kind of the same thing a lot of times, and people were getting tired of it. And now you guys have done a good job, especially Jose, since you've been doing it, of making it fun and different every time. There's only so many places you can go, especially in San Felipe, right? It's kind of a small area, so it's cool you come up with something different.
Out, and you see the keyboard warriors, right? Oh, it's the same. It's the same trails. Dude, that's what's out there. There's we're just trying to mix it up and find new sections and how to connect it differently. But Baja is only getting smaller. So
yeah,
we try our best for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the Daytona 500 is the same course every year. Do those guys bitch about that being the same course? No, I mean, come on.
Racers don't even do it. It's funny that people that don't race, mostly spectators, are the ones that just complain. But I mean,
yeah,
there's a few racers. There's a few.
Don't talk bad about them.
Nate, would you want to call him out real quick?
Let's hear it.
He can sign off if he wants.
I don't talk any crap about the race course. All I talk about is the qualifying course.
How long is the qualifying course? Can you give us that, Jose? Like, how long?
3 miles.
3 miles.
It's 3
Okay.
miles with 75 turns.
Here we go.
And 2.0 miles of silt.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Love it. You're gonna love it.
All
I
right.
love
Well,
you, Jose G. You're a turkey, but I love you.
I love it.
well, thanks for coming on, guys. I know a bunch of you were Nate. You started off on a plane a few minutes ago. Looks like you're back home now. So glad you made it back home.
Yeah.
All
No, it
right.
was actually yeah, I was down in Austin, well, near Austin, Texas, for a Bronco off rodeo. And if you own a Bronco and you've never checked out one of those off rodeo places, they're pretty awesome. Pretty cool school. Did a little tire training on it, so it was really cool.
Oh, cool. You're learning how to drive.
Oh boy.
I had
what
a good
closer. What a
I
closer.
had a good co-driver, so yeah.
Well, like we always say, do your own planning, do your own exploration. Double check all what you think you know, because it's important to have a good head on your shoulders when you get out there. Make sure you tell your chase crews, your support crews, that they are not racing. They need to be respectful on those chase roads. And there's a lot of people out there moving around in a small area. Bike guys, be aware where the truck guys are, and truck guys, be aware where the bike guys are. Just a lot going on. Just go out there and have fun, because that's what it's all about. What a beautiful place. And yeah, Score's been doing a bang up job. So looking forward to more of that. I have a question about this whole year, Jose G. Can we expect, and I don't want to pin you down, but will we expect the 400 and 500 to have a similar Friday before pre-run start?
No. Well, San Felipe is kind of like a test to see how that thing all works out, and we'll see. We'll see if we adjust on the pre-running time that we had already announced. We'll see. We'll figure out if it's enough, or we give you guys more time to pre-run.
Copy.
Or
all right.
or less.
Or less.
Okay.
You never know.
You never know. How about no pre-running? No, I don't think anybody wants no pre-running.
I think that would be
That'd be bad.
Kill the whole Baja thing. I think pre-running is really part of it. It's another event. I mean, I hate people that go and do tours and pre-run that are not racing. But you know what? I mean, I did it before also. So it's people love it. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. With so many beautiful places to see in Baja, I'm not sure why anybody would do a quote unquote tour on the race course. But yeah, I think that I think it's interesting. I think that I totally agree with you, Jose G. It's a whole different part of the event that is not available really anywhere else. Whether some places you can get a lap pre-run or something like that, but being able to interact with the locals, spend money at the hotels and the restaurants and all those different places, and be able to meet the fans and talk to them. There's so many different opportunities to exchange and share that stoke, which we like to say, and being able to pre-run and see the people out there so stoked that we're out there, and be able to stop and interface with them, that we don't get to do that on race day. So getting that extra 7 days out there in the desert or however long it is a definitely a huge part of what we're doing.
Yeah, I think the pre-running's the most fun. Like I have more fun pre-running than during the race most of the time, it seems like. But and I know that the locals and the businesses probably want more pre-running, because then they make more money down there. But then the race course gets more chewed up, so you got to try to find the happy medium, right?
Like I said, a lot of people complain about things like that. But what if you lived in a ranch and you had to go to your grocery 3 weeks? Imagine that. 3 weeks that you can. They drive out, and they know they can have a head-on with a motorcycle or a trophy truck or whatever. So we have to put in a balance. I mean, we have to keep the people happy. We have to make sure that the racers are happy. I mean, it's super difficult to make them happy, but we have to do our work. I mean, some things guys won't like, racers won't like, but it's because we need to keep the course open. So, like I said, we do our best, and we'll keep doing it.
All right. Well, there we go.
Before you sign off, Fish,
Yep.
race day, Score has their live streaming pretty much the whole race probably, I'm guessing, on YouTube. So make sure you check that out. And then always check out the hourly updates, right?
Yep, same thing. Yeah, I'll be doing my hourly updates. Score will definitely have their show the whole time. So I always tell everybody watch that show, and then at the top of the hour, tune in for a quick update, and then go watch theirs. I have theirs on the whole time on the TV that's right above me watching it too. They got lots of cool drone footage and all kinds of stuff. Starlink has changed the game in Baja, as we all know. So yeah, definitely gotten a lot better over the years. And all the in-cars are
Yep.
fun to watch too. So that's another thing. You can watch all everyone's in-car cameras.
Yeah, and share it, right? Share it with all your friends.
Yeah.
The more viewers we get, the better.
Yeah, better for everybody. So, all right. Well, the next time you guys can tune in will be Thursday next week. We will be live at 8 in the morning on the Score YouTube and the Score social media channels. We will be covering qualifying. I'll be there myself with Nick Eisenhower, like always. We'll be there. We might even have a special guest. We're waiting to confirm that. So, unfortunately, I might have to leave a little early, though, because it's Padres opening day, and I'm not missing that. So, just saying, but I will be there.
So watch every game you can before the playoffs.
Yeah, here we go.
Ouch. I'm a Padres fan too, so take it easy over there.
All right.
Yeah, well, we can't all be like, you know, the Yankees and Dodgers and spend $1 billion, but that's a whole nother show. So anyway.
Sure.
All right, well, you guys thanks again for coming on. Anything last, Cameron, before we sign off? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. God bless everybody. Take it slow, be smart, and have fun.
All right, well, tune in on Thursday, guys, on the Score channel, and we will be live for qualifying, and then we will see you guys next Saturday morning for the San